So, can you become financially free from being an employee, whether that's a 9 to 5 or working two jobs, 9 to 12 and 1 to 5 or whatever the lineup is? Financial freedom is always the end goal, but when you're thinking about a monumental goal that is so big, you kind of have to break it down to the beginning, which is just making money. So you have to work to make money living in America. If you don't make money, you're going to probably live under the bridge. So to avoid that ultimatum, you have to work. And the question of the day is, can you reach to a place that you're financially free, which is you don't have to worry about money by being an employee? From my experience, that have not worked. For a lot of people that I've known, it haven't worked for me. And I just don't think that you get to that place where you're financially free from being an employee. So based on my history or my things that I've done throughout my life, where I went from an employee in many different companies and getting to a place where I started two multiple six-figure company, like, I see the difference. I am now able to relate back to the side of being an employee and the side of being an entrepreneur and an investor. And I must say that while you can become financial free on the employee side, it would have to be some kind of high level position like a CEO or whatever position that's up there, where you're getting like 200k a year, and then after that you just manage that money properly. But where if you're in a position where you're working like a 9 to 5, and that 9 to 5 is just like, you know, whatever your wage or salary is, that's just covering your expenses, you're not going to get out of that hole by being an employee. You either have to move up or do what I did. So I came to America in 2008. I was 16 years old at the time when I came here, and I came here junior year in high school. I focused on school. I didn't really work until I was 20, and that I was a sophomore in college when I got my first job at a movie theater. My bank account at that time was $135 at my first paycheck, and I took my girlfriend at the time out for sushi, because it's like, oh, I'm getting paid now, we're gonna go have some dinner. And I had this Philadelphia roll that was fucking raw salmon and cream cheese. I suggest you never try that shit. It was so hard to eat, and it was one of those sushi spots that if you leave anything on the plate, you're paying $2 for it. So you had to eat it. But beyond the story. So got my first job at 20, and then from there on I always worked, and I was a great employee. I was a chef at Ruby Tuesday, head chef at Highland Paradise. I briefly worked at Sprint. I was RSP, I think that's what it's called, Residential Safety Program, RS, whatever. I was at a building like technically like security, but it wasn't like high level security. It was like student, like just checking people in. You guys know what it is. So I was that for a while, and then all of a sudden something clicked. If I wanted to be super successful, or if I wanted to reach as far as possible in life, I had to earn my own money, in a sense of making it my own, on my own, like by myself. So I have to say that's like junior year in college, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to drop out of school, and I'm going to quit all of my jobs, and I am going to pursue my passion and start working on that straight direct path to financial freedom, which is not easy, and I wouldn't suggest anybody do that. I just operated in that Napoleon mindset. Like when Napoleon was going to war, he went to the enemy land and told his men to burn his ship. So the only way they were getting off of that freaking land was by beating the enemy, and they ended up winning that war. So like that's the mindset I used back then. It was like, yo, I'm dropping out of school, I'm leaving my job, and I have to make this business venture work. And that was my first company, Jamaican Cafe, which now multiple six figures. So it worked, but can't suggest that for everyone. So when I got into that entrepreneurship world, I saw that there wasn't any cap on what I can earn. At a 9 to 5, whatever they were paying you hourly or weekly or bi-weekly, that was it. If you're at a place that gives you overtime, okay, but that should still get taxed, right? So it's like, it ain't even worth it. But as an entrepreneur, the amount of money you made is determined by the amount of effort you put into your business. So when you really sit down and calculate, okay, how much money do I need for financial freedom? To buy a house or a piece of land that gives me the ability to live there rent-free or mortgage-free, supply me with food, pay for the bills like electric and internet or whatever, how much money that comes up to. So in the entrepreneurship world, I feel like it gives you that ability to just earn more money and then just propel faster towards financial freedom. So if there's anything that I've really taken away from that experience of working jobs and then going to entrepreneurship, it is that as an entrepreneur, you get to create multiple streams of income. And a job, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna go in and work and I'm gonna get that fixed or semi-fixed paycheck every week or bi-weekly. In entrepreneurship, you can literally in one business create different stream of income that pours into that one bucket, or you can start different companies that give different products or services that pours into that one bucket. So it gives you more earning power. That's one. Secondly, with that more earning power, now you have more money to play with, right, at your disposal. That money now, you don't spend it, of course, you invest it. Right now in the world of entrepreneur, it's like if you're an entrepreneur, you automatically have to be an investor. So it's like the money that you're earning that's extra, that's taking care of the expenses of the businesses, that extra money, you invest it and then you have your money work for you. Now the money that's working for you is now a second stream of income, which goes back to the first point, multiple streams of income. The money working for you is one of those streams. And then after that, it's just management, life management. Don't buy a lot of liabilities, just keep buying assets, and assets are just things that pay you, and just focus on that bucket. So can you become financially free by working a 9 to 5, by being an employee? Yes. Have to be a high level employee though. So suggestion here, find some multiple streams of income. You can work and also have your business on the side. You can even turn your co-workers into supporters of your business. Like you can literally sell your product or service to people you work with. So just think outside the box. Like, okay, how much money do I need to achieve that goal? How much money do I need to actually be financially free? Now you have your goal. Then just plan, how can I get there? If you're working a job, how much money can you save after covering your expenses and invest to lead to that number as financial free? And then just work, put in the work. The work ethic is a big part of it. So thanks for coming. I hope you guys got some value or lesson from that life journey story, and I hope to see you guys on the other one.